Aloha, everyone. I trust you are enjoying the gift that is today. Welcome to Dr. P's Facets of Life series. This is pod number 12. Today's topic, more listening, less talking, makes for better communication. Now that might be an oversimplification of the communication process, but I think I got your attention. At least I hope so. Communication comes in many forms. It's not just about the spoken words. The most obvious form, of course, is talking and listening, but there are other more subtle forms as well. For example, your body language can communicate your moods, opinions, and even our desire to be communicating at all. The tone and/or volume of our voice can communicate in a similar manner to our body language. Our look, or the way we participate with our eyes, can communicate our level of interest in communicating. Finally, how we pay attention to the other person by any and all means will affect the degree of our participation in the process of communicating. Communicating is a joint venture, however, so when we speak, it is important we speak in a manner that is easily understood by the listener. It is our responsibility to make sure the listener really gets the message that we intended to give him or her. The listener cannot hear our internal thoughts, only our external words. The speaker has a responsibility to confirm or verify that the intended message was received. This can be done in a few different ways. The speaker can watch and listen for clues of affirmation from the listener. Clues might be a nod, a grunt, a head shake, or a short verbal gesture. The speaker could pause periodically to ask the listener if he or she understood what was said, or ask the listener if they have any questions. The speaker, when finished, could ask if anything he or she said was unclear or vague. The speaker could, in some situations, even ask the listener to summarize or repeat what was communicated. Now, let's get back to the listening. Without a listener, there is no communication, right? So the better the listening skills, the better the communication, generally speaking. One of the reasons I say that is because even if a speaker isn't good at making a point or a message, a good listener can make up for the shortfall sometimes. My contention is also that a good listener will become a better speaker or sender of a message and a better communicator in the process. The closer you listen, the more you become educated about the speaker and the intended message. How do we become better listeners, you ask? Let me share some thoughts about that. Decide that this period of communication, whatever form or purpose, is important to you. Important if for no other reason than because it may be very important to the speaker. Focus on the person speaking by making frequent eye contact, by minimizing distractions, by gesturing or commenting in ways that show that you are listening. Do not interrupt the speaker or try to interject unless it's appropriate. Repeat the message back periodically to make sure you heard what the speaker intended. Don't take notes unless you are asked to do so or you feel it is absolutely necessary because of the volume of the message. For many of us, taking notes can distract us from intent listening. These are just a few of the things one can do to practice better listening techniques. There's an old adage that says, "The eyes are the windows to the soul." How about a new adage from Dr. P? The ears are the conduit to the brain being the processor of communication. Just a thought. That's it for this time, friends and fellow communicators. Remember that gratitude is the best attitude. This is Dr. P, saying aloha.